Hey there, it's DeGranny, and I'm back, and today I have a recorded PlayTCG match. Um, I am playing Darkrai, and my opponent is playing Garchomp Altaria. You could probably tell from the title of this video. This is actually probably the first time I have actually beat a Garchomp Altaria deck on PlayTCG. Yeah, spoiler, I do win. Most of my videos will show me winning. I might put in some of my losses as well if it's a good match. So I start out with a lone Tornadus. I know it's kind of hard to see. I recommend putting this into full screen, but I started off with a lone Tornadus. Uh, and I'm kind of waiting, trying to see if he'll put up his prizes. And then I am just like, okay, maybe he just forgot. So I'm going to ask heads or tails. Um, Not yet. There we go. Now I ask heads or tails, and then he's gonna ask heads or tails by accident. Uh, but he's gonna call heads, and I'm gonna tell him to put his prizes up. But I'm gonna slow down a little bit because I'm getting a little far ahead. So, how's it going, guys? Just a little filler kind of thing to say. Um, I'm not really sure how I wanted to record over this. I'm just doing a voiceover right now, trying to see if I could go in 17 minutes. I'm basically gonna just do commentary on me actually playing and how I'm putting the cards down and what I want to do, really. So I roll, and it is tails. So I go first, and he doesn't. Sad for him, really, because Garchomp Altaria almost needs to go first. So I start out with Tornadus, as I've said. In my hand, you can see I have a Dark Claw, a Zoroark, Eviolite, Foul Play, Zoroark, Dark Claw again, and another, and then a Dark Energy. And he starts out with a Gibble, and then on his bench is two Swablues. I know the cards aren't like flipping over really quick. My computer was kind of lagging today. I draw, and off the draw, I draw Silent. So I'm thinking, you know what, I have a plan. So let's Eviolite Tornadus because I know Garchomp can start hitting me pretty hard because of the Altaria. So I'm going to put an Eviolite down first. I got to make sure I conserve energy or conserve HP, but I can't really do anything this turn. I didn't get a DCE, so I'm just going to pass and let it go from there. My opponent was, or no, my opponent wasn't slow. It was just my computer was lagging. As you could see, it just took forever, and then he passes right away. So he had nothing he could do here. So I'm like, pass. I was like, oh, okay, that's weird. Usually they start out. I do get a random receiver, but I'm gonna play Silent first because I know I need to get some energy out, and I know if I got like a Juniper or something, I'd be throwing away two Zoroarks, and I didn't want to do that. So, I mean, I know I don't have to play it, but I'd rather just save the random receiver maybe for next turn. So I'm gonna get 3 Darkness Energy because that's all basic I run in this deck, and I'm gonna attach 1 to Tornadus, and I'm gonna go with Blow Through just to get some damage done. Um, you might hear a little clicking in the background. Probably not though. At the same time I'm recording this, I'm also playing Pearl, doing my Nuzlocke run. But so I hit him for 30 on his Gibble. I find the easiest way to get the Garchomp to die is you gotta hit those Gibbles fast, and if you're not hitting those Gibbles, then you're almost done for. Or you need to take out the Swablues and Altaria so Garchomp isn't getting the extra damage it can get. So he plays a Gabite. That's okay. And then he ends. I wouldn't have end at this point, honestly. I might have actually done Dragon Call if I was him, which allows him to pull any Dragon type from his deck to his hand once per turn. So he could have evolved Swablu then. And I'm about to show the card, so once you're in your turn, you can use it to pull a dragon. Pokemon. I showed it just so I could get a little thing, but on the end he gets 2 Altaria, so that's not looking good for me. I mean, he's got almost a full setup. All he needs is the Garchomp, and he's probably going to do that next turn. So right at this moment, I know to myself, oh crap, I need a Sky Arrow. And there we go, I get a Sky Arrow. So I get the Sky Arrow, and I'm just like, okay, this is going to be awesome. And then I contemplate, do I want to Catcher out in Altaria, or should I just go with the Gabite? And I think to myself, and I'm like, you know what? Let's take out the Gabite, because if he gets that Garchomp out, I'm almost for sure going to get knocked out pretty quickly. And as you can see, I'm not drawing into any basic Pokemon. So I take the first prize here and take out his Gabite. And I'm going to hold back on the energy. I didn't want to play it and then waste one. And also, I knew I didn't need it at all unless I was going to catch her out in Altaria. But I decided not to catch her out, as you can tell. I am recording this pretty late, or at least the voiceover. So that's why I probably don't sound as energetic as I am when recording my booster pack videos. So yeah, so he has to send out Altaria. That's his only move he can do here. And he's going to N again. And so that gets rid of my Darkrai. And I'm just like, no, I wanted to play Darkrai next turn. And then I have to draw 5 cards, and I don't get any other basics again. So I'm like, oh great. So I do have 2 catchers though and 2 dark patches, but I don't have any darkness energy in the discard. So those dark patches are really not helpful right now. I really need an Ultra Ball and some dark energy. Sorry, I had to yawn. So yeah, so he gets his cards, and then he's thinking what he needs to do here. Right now, I honestly don't see any way out of what he could do. So he level balls, and honestly, he's going to level ball, and he's going to go for the Gibble. Now, he knows if I have a catcher, I can snipe that Gibble out. But he doesn't know I have a catcher, but I do. And so I'm most likely next turn just going to get that Gibble out, because I don't want to see the Gabites. And so he plays the new Emolga, which has Call for Family, and you can place down 2 basics. Most people are going to probably run that now, as it'll be like the new collector. And I play a random receiver. Back to the Emolga though. The random receiver is going to take a little while. Back to the Emolga. So I'm contemplating, should I go for the Emolga, but I don't have enough attack to hit the Emolga out, so I know I gotta take out the Gibble here. I don't care if he pulls out 2 more Gibbles, because I have 2 catchers and I can just catcher them out and knock them out the next turn. So right now I'm putting my cards back. That's the only problem with PlayTCG. You have to put them all back and they don't have a button for it. So now I'm just going to catcher the Gibble, and I'm going to hit it for 60 and take the second prize. So yeah, this match was 17 minutes long, really, but it wasn't like, it was honestly boring to me only because the computer was lagging and it just took forever. And so I make sure Gibble has 60 HP, and I'm going to go for blow through with the knockout. I made sure he had 60 HP, because if he didn't, I knew I might have to Juniper away everything just so I could get extra dark energy. But I didn't, because it had 60 HP. So I kind of figured at this point he'd probably pull out Emolga, because why wouldn't you? I mean, Emolga has Call for Family, and you got to try to get those Gibbles for the Garchomp Altaria. But once again, I already have enough to start sniping Gibbles off with catchers, but he doesn't know that. So he plays a blend energy, and I'm thinking to myself at this point, and I'm okay. It's a blend. If I get an enhanced hammer, then the blend energy is just going to go away, and that's a waste of one of his energies. So honestly, I don't know. I actually this match was pretty bad for my opponent because he probably I'm gonna assume he dead drawed multiple times because I don't see like any uh, like energy. I believe this was the only energy he might have played against me. So I'm almost positive he dead drawed like every single time. And so I'm gonna Ultra Ball for a Darkrai. I'm mainly getting Darkrai out just so I can have another basic because I really need one at this point in the game. Because if I mean I don't have any damage done on me, but if I did have damage, then I'm probably going to be in trouble. Because then he'd be hitting me pretty hard, and I wouldn't have another basic to keep the game going. So I'm gonna Juniper now. After I catch her out another Gibble, the computer is lagging, so the Gibble should be out, but it's not yet. So as I see, I do draw into my third Dark Patch, so that's not all that great. And I look at my discard, and there's no Dark Energy. So I'm like, great, this is not going to be good. And I'm going to, oh my god, not again, I'm yawning like all the time. I'm going to blow through for another knockout and take my third prize here. And if I'm right, I believe it was yep, enhanced hammer. So it's an enhanced hammer, and I'm thinking to myself next turn, alright, good, I have a great strategy here. I can go for the knockout on, I guess, the Gibble now. Well, it becomes a Gabite, so now I'm in trouble because I'm going to have to waste my Dark Energy. But he catchers me out to Darkrai now. This, I don't see why. I mean, Darkrai already has a Dark Energy on it, and so that gives me free retreat right there, like automatically. I guess he was maybe hoping I don't have another Dark Energy or something. I don't know, because I'm just going to free retreat next turn, and then I'm going to attack again with Tornadus. And because I have another Dark Energy, I'm just going to attach the Dark Energy to Tornadus so I can get a Power Blast, kill the Gabite so he can't get out a Garchomp, and voila. But now I'm going to go Enhanced Hammer and take out the Blend Energy because I figure if I can get the energy away, I mean, that's going to take out Garchomp pretty quickly. So I thought that was great. And I mean, I guess I did get lucky a lot in this game. I did pull the Sky Arrow right when I needed it. I did pull the Enhanced Hammer the turn he puts down a Blend Energy, or the turn after or something. So, I mean, I guess that's working out really well. And the reason I'm kind of just like sitting on the same spot is because uh, I was actually waiting for him to discard, or waiting for the computer to discard it as it was lagging a little bit. So now I'm going to free retreat and move out Tornadus. And I'm going to Power Blast for the knockout. I'm kind of hoping that I keep the energy, but it gets discarded. And then I'm like, you know what? Oh well, I have a Dark Patch. I'll Dark Patch to Darkrai next turn, and then I'll attach to Darkrai, and I can start attacking with Darkrai this time. So that's actually a good strategy for me to go at this point. So he's going to send out a Molga again. I'm guessing to maybe, if he draws an energy or something, he can if he draws an energy, he can call for family. So he's going to Super Rod, and he's going to Super Rod 2 Gibbles and a Gabite. It was hard to see that he Super Rodded the Gabite, but he does, and the computer was just lagging, so he pulled it out to the mat and then it just went straight to the deck. So, but he did pull out a Gabite um, and 2 Gibbles, so he's just really at this point trying to um, keep the game alive. He's hoping for something good to come out of it because he still hasn't drawn a prize, and every time I've played a Garchomp Altaria deck, the prizes for the Garchomp are just rapidly going down, and they're usually just killing me. So I draw a Dark Claw, and the Dark Claw is not really going to matter unless I just get really unlucky and he pulls out a Garchomp out of something. I don't know. I don't see him getting a Garchomp out at all this game. So I'm going to Dark Patch and attach to Darkrai like I said I was going to. And then I'm going to put Dark Claw on. And now I'm going to use Dark Cloak, Darkrai's ability, so I can free retreat, even though Tornadus had free retreat anyway with Sky Arrow. And I'm going to pull out Darkrai here, and I'm going to Night Spear the Emolga, knock it out, and put 30 on one of his Altarias. And then that's probably almost going to be game anyway, because if he even puts down a basic or anything, there's no way his basic's going to have over 110 HP. So most likely this is just game right here, as I knock out the Emolga for the 5th prize, and I get Mewtwo on the 5th prize, but Mewtwo's not really going to be that big of a deal right now. I haven't switched out Mewtwo's yet, as I said I needed to in my tournament update. I'm still running only one. So he's going to pull out the Altaria without damage. He hasn't put the damage on the other one yet, but I know he's going to. It just makes sense. But it honestly doesn't matter because the Dark Claw just makes it too powerful. I guess I did get lucky with that. Well, not really, because even if he had an Eviolite, it doesn't work on Altaria. So this match is basically over here, but he did Juniper. I don't see why he Junipered away a catcher. I think he should have probably just catchered out Sableye, even though Sableye did have free retreat with Sky Arrow. Might as well just use the card anyway. But there's no way he was going to win this, and after this point, he does. He gets the cards and he just looks and he's like, you know what, it's a good game. So we say good game, and then I flip over my last prize, which happens to be an N, and he hasn't drawn any prizes. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. So see ya.